The right has been attacking Doug Emhoff, but also his family. And his daughter, Ella, in particular, like can't go 5 minutes without some right winger talking about her. And so they're apparently bothered by the fact that as she's like a model and a photographer and all that, she's into fashion, but not the exact sort of fashion that they would have her wear. And that's obviously unacceptable that she wears things they don't want. She doesn't dress like a TikTok trad wife making sourdough bread, and so she can't be born. So you have tweets like this going out. Ella Emhoff, being a part of the first family, has the potential to radicalize American parents. I'm for women living the lives they want, but, and I love the but coming after that, but this is pretty much the nightmare scenario for most people with a daughter. And I'm looking at the photo. I want to be very clear. We didn't pair that text with that image. He did. So I guess the idea is she's wearing a hat and it's camo. I know that they don't actually mind women wearing camo because there's no lack of like blonde women doing archery while wearing camo trying to appeal to conservative dads. So I don't think that's it. Is it that she's wearing glasses? Should she not see well so that she'll be turned on by her? Is it the fact that she has kind of short hair? Or is it that she's got a sleeveless shirt? I don't know exactly what it is that's supposed to be the literal nightmare scenario for most people with a daughter. Speaking as a guy who has a daughter, if my daughter ends up being like incredibly confident and happy to pursue her interests and feel supported in doing so, I think that's kind of like a dream scenario.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
Is it the tattoos? What decade is it? Like, seriously, is this Footloose? Why are we freaking out about things like that? But he's hardly the only one. This guy says if this daughter becomes the first daughter, we're effed as a country. Just look at her. This cannot become a role model to young women. She looks like a hobbit, and a Starbucks barista had a baby, and it was born through the hobbit's rectum. Now, I believe in having a deep like world of imagination in my head. I write fantasy and everything, but like you could just write your Hobbit fan fiction, like for paying like subscribers or something. Like we don't need the Hobbit rectum stuff. Also, I'm looking at the image. Which Hobbit looked like that? She seems tall and lean, which is kind of going against the whole Hobbit thing, but that's the point. This cannot become a role model to young women. I think that this is a reference to the fact that they're going to be claiming that she's trans any minute now. But the idea is you cannot have a strong, supported, confident, artistic role model or something. You're supposed to have something else, more submissive, someone who just desperately pursues our hypothetical boners to the detriment of all of her dreams. That's what we should have as aspirations for our daughters, I guess. Incredibly weird people. Charlie Kirk put this. It's an image of her. I'm going to get to one more story after this. An image of her hugging her dad. And it says, totally not weird, which is true. Now, he means it sarcastically, but I don't know what's supposed to be weird about that, Charlie. End Wokeness, the Russian bot account, says this is Kamala's family beyond parody. I don't. Why is it beyond parody? Like, I literally don't understand. Again, there are so many levels of why you as a man, according to the right, should just pee your pants constantly that I don't even understand why we're supposed to have a problem. Benny Johnson just put that image and it says creepy. It's just a dad hugging his daughter, and that's supposed to be creepy. Look, I want all of these gentlemen to know. I know that, one of them is a Russian bot account, so they don't have family problems because they're not a person. But the other two are people paid by millionaires to say this stuff. So presumably, you could afford therapy if you wanted. Have you considered just pursuing that? It might be better for you. And in the meantime, if you want to know what creepy might actually look like between a dad and a daughter, it's not like we don't have examples.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's
She's tall.
unbelievable.
She's almost 6 feet tall.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
That if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick.
Totally not weird.
Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.